Hi, I'm Pastor Kurt, and I'm the pastor of People's Church, Los Angeles. We are a mobile church. We started during COVID, right in 2020 in the fall, and a lot of people we found were hungry for God, but in places the church wasn't typically going. And so we wanted to be a church from the beginning that would go to people who don't have access to Jesus and His kingdom, that don't really have access easily to be part of a church family, which we all know is so important when it comes to actually learning how to follow Jesus. We're all about making disciples that make disciples. There's three things that we wanted to be from the very beginning. We wanted to be a church that's accessible. That means that whatever barriers exist for people to actually come and meet Jesus, we want to try to get rid of those, whatever those are. There could be many different examples of that. We're a bilingual church because in the community where we are, a lot of people speak Spanish and a lot of people speak English. And there's even in the same home, it's really important that the kids can be ministered to just as much as the parents or the grandparents. And so they can all be in one church in two languages because they don't all speak the same language. And so we want to be a church that's empowering. So we are a church that goes into a lot of neighborhoods and communities, in motels, the veterans facility, in parks, where a lot of times churches come by and they give out resources, but they're not saying, hey, you have value, you have things to add, you have things to give. So we want to be a church that says, look, there's already a lot of talent here in this community, and how do we help draw that out? They're going to be a blessing to us and we're going to be a blessing to them. So I always say every Saturday in the motel that each one of us has something to give and something to receive. And then the third thing is we want to be reproducible. We want it to be simple. We want it to be something that anyone can do, including children. So everything we do as a church is intentionally simplified so that we can equip the church for the work of the church. We have already begun using funds that Manna gave us. One of the things that we wanted to do is being able to raise up leaders from the motel, equip them to lead Discovery Bible Study and other locations. So we have a woman who is a mom of 3 kids, but she's got 2 in the motel with her. And so we already got her started on an internship because of the grant that we got, which gives her a little bit of money working with us on the weekends. She's staying in a motel, so any little money that she gets is a real blessing. And it's not a lot, but it's enough to really help her be committed to that every week. She's bilingual, and so she's a great fit in our context. And it's helping us to buy some more equipment, just really some basic stuff, Bibles and materials for a new discipleship class that we're launching tomorrow in a motel, not in a motel. So some of the funds that we're using are helping us to launch a discipleship class tomorrow in an apartment building where 2 families now are living there from the motel we've been in for 2 years. Both of them got placed in this same apartment in Pacoima, which is just about 5 miles from where the motel is. All the locations we have are kind of in this triangular area of about a 5 to 6 mile radius. And so now we're starting this new discipleship class called Rooted. We've done it many times before. It's in English and Spanish already, which is a great fit for our context. So we're doing the class bilingual. We're doing it in the home, the apartment of one of the families that just got this apartment, who just moved out of Vagabond, out of the motel where we are on Saturdays. And so it's a beautiful thing because the family that first got their apartment in this complex has been asking us, and we've been praying for about a year to get something started over there, a new group, a new Bible study, a new way to reach out to all the neighbors that are there. And this particular building is reserved for people that have disabilities. So you could call it the Pool of Bethesda. A lot of the places where God is sending us are places where they really are struggling with health, with mental health. They're on the outskirts of society. They don't have many people helping them, if any at all. They've disconnected from family. A lot of homeless families, a long time ago, they were disconnected from their closest family, or A lot of these families, these adults now actually came through the foster care system, so they don't have a strong safety net around them because they don't really have family that they can count on. And so, God is using us in these places, and Manna is helping us to accelerate the multiplication that God is doing through our ministry this year. So we're really grateful for the grant that they've given us, and it's a huge blessing. So many families are being blessed by it, and thank God for Manna and for this partnership.